Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by.
Guys, welcome back to the Nobody Else podcast. If you can tell, hey, I just heard the voice of an angel, then you know Lockie's still away. And and we have the beautiful, gorgeous Will Gibb with us today. It's very exciting. We've been trying to do a podcast together for like so long, I feel like.
Years. 5, maybe 26 years.
Maybe 26 years.
24
In utero
years.
was supposed to be our first podcast together. It would sound like...
And then maybe I'm just sucking I don't know if you had a twin, but maybe you're eating it whilst on the
You
pod.
are like the twin that tried to get eaten and survived.
Tried to get eaten?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, come on, I'm yummy.
You were like, I don't want to do this.
Something.
Oh, just eat me.
Go ahead. And it didn't work, and I've been born, and me and Eden have known each other
How
longer
many
than
years?
you'd think.
Longer than you'd think.
I'd say year 10.
Yeah. Or maybe actually year 9. Because what was the first show? Did you hear that?
That was like a...
Yeah, what made that?
Oh, that might have been a possum, but possums aren't awake in the middle of the day.
Okay, so it sounds like it's in the room.
Yeah. I would say year 10, you did funny thing happened on the way to the forum or something like
Was
that.
that
I
the
wasn't a part of it.
No. Yes, you were.
Mm-mm.
What
I
do you
watched
mean?
it. I was a part of it in spirit and I was watching it and I was an audience member, but I wasn't on the stage with all the cool people.
Okay, Mandela effect. Because why were you... I remember you there.
I know. Well, I was there. I was watching it.
But at the rehearsals...
Did you do skate?
No.
I did a play about skateboarding.
Did you have to skateboard?
Oh, can I tell you?
Please.
This is fucked. So I think I skateboarded for 3 weeks in year 7 once. That was the
Okay.
extent of my skateboarding abilities. And then, oh my God, I remember what it was, by the way.
What?
It was fucking Macbeth.
Yeah.
Which is what we did together.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy that directed, his name was John Montgomery. And he was off his nutter.
Not the name drop this far in the... John Montgomery. Oh my God. And he was so emotional about the whole experience. He was like, this is it. This is the best production ever.
Had so much to say. And he did Skate, which was his let's say Skate was his indie feature. And then Macbeth was his Universal Pictures.
He was going for the Oscars and then he was going for the Sundance.
So
with Skate.
yeah. So with Skate, little festival darling. He goes, okay, Will, so we've built you a half pipe and you need to drop in. And by the way, I'm meant to be a ghost. So the idea is that
Wait.
Yeah.
A skateboarding ghost.
Yeah, so the idea is that we're all friends and the skate park is going to get demolished. So we want to try and save the skate park.
But you're dead. Or
Yeah,
you die.
I think my dad beats me to death in a drug-fueled rage.
Does this happen in the play?
You don't see it.
Okay.
But it's off stage. So I'm really cool and then I die, right? Anyway, there's a I know what it was.
What?
It was the water jug.
Okay. That's what's making that. So it's like the Lovely Bones for drop kicks.
Yes, yeah. It's the Lovely Bones. It's the Lovely Bone flip. That's a skateboard trick.
Okay, there we go.
So what ends up happening is then the main character looks over to the skate park and I'm standing there and I'm meant to drop in. Girl,
Did you do it?
I did it.
And did you fall?
Yes.
How many shows did you do?
Well, here's the thing. I think I practiced once or twice.
No.
And I meant to drop in, cunt. You are taking the piss. So I dive in. And by the way, this is in front of 80 people.
And 80 Scots boys?
80 Scots boys. I dive in. All my weight goes to my back. I just smack my head on the thing. And you're meant to be this elegant ghost. And everyone laughed.
But did you do multiple shows?
Yeah, I did 3 shows.
Did you fall every time?
I think the last time I just walked down the half pipe.
Because they're like, this is not working.
And I pushed my skateboard. No, it wasn't him. He was like, you'll get it on the next night. You'll get it on the next night. You'll get it on the next night.
Oh, no.
Mum, I didn't get it on any nights.
No. Why would they do that to you?
Because I deserve it.
They should have done it. What's another way they could have done it? They should have done maybe a projector at the back and you're stationary on a skateboard.
Yeah. Or
and
maybe
you're
just me standing there, smiling. We get the idea. I like to skateboard. Ghosts aren't skateboarding, cunt. They're in fucking wherever they are.
That's how they should have done it. They should have got someone backstage to push push it down the ramp like you were there, but no one else could see you.
Thank you. That's
It's
some
actually
directing
that
notes.
fucking easy.
So then John got the big head and moved to Macbeth. You played Lady Macbeth.
I did. That was an absolute, like, insane production. I remember that one scene. It was like me and my friend Camille and James Alrassi, and it was the like out damn spot scene when she's like, she thinks she got blood on her hands, whatever. And like John Montgomery was like, okay, so you're gonna walk all the way from the back, and you're gonna have a candelabra, real fire, real candles, and it's like a long dress, and the back of the auditorium, it's like carpeted stairs, and the dress they made it so long that it was like gathering around my feet, and I was like tripping over, and I have fire on the fucking polyester stairs. I was like, I'm going to firstly eat shit, like fall forward, smack my little nose, like boom, like that, and then fire is going to spread through the Scots auditorium.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
My mum's friend, who's the most crazy Facebook mum in the world, a memory came up and she had like shared it, like the thing.
I was trying to find photos for this pod.
You're about to see it. She's on there a lot, but if you guys we might even need to cut like a few minutes.
That's fine.
But I found it.
No,
9
cuts.
years ago on the 13th of June. Wait a minute.
Wait.
What's the date today?
No,
Oh,
it's the
21st.
21st. Okay. That's not really fate at all.
So there's
is it?
me.
There's you.
And then look, everyone, I want to show the
why
people
does that
this.
look good?
Why does that look good?
Why does that look
Why is that
good?
eating right now?
Wow.
I
Okay,
think there's a
no.
photo
John
of you.
Montgomery was onto something with that.
A little bit of fighting.
Oh, a little bit of fighting.
And then me just looking like a stern like bottom.
Oh yeah, the Macduff.
Look at that empty ass stage.
Oh, they couldn't have
with
put
nothing.
Oh,
And then,
there's like
I
half
think
of
that's
me.
low key you.
That is me. That big red dress.
Yeah.
I've got like one photo of me as Lady Macbeth. We'll amalgamate it together. It's gonna be good. Oh my god, what a show!
Yeah, and then I remember I went to 2 rehearsals.
Yes,
The first one, and then I skipped every single one because
We
I
all
didn't
could
want
have.
to do it.
we all could have.
And then I just rocked up. I was like, I've not been in any rehearsals.
I remember on the last night the stage because they made the blood out of corn syrup.
Oh my god, so
Corn
sticky.
syrup. It was disgusting, and you could like it was like walking around the floor at Ivy. It was like
Oh.
on the floor, yuck. And then I had to be barefoot for out damn spot, and it was like, and it was probably the biggest nightmare I've ever had in my life. Is still feeling that sticky floors. I just made someone with a foot fetish very, very happy. Fuck, I keep doing that. I keep appealing to them. Feet out on the pod.
So speaking of like festival darlings, movies, whatever. We both saw Long Legs.
Yes,
I've seen it twice.
Yeah, we've seen it twice.
I've seen it 2.5 times.
It's in the movies. You saw it half time. You fall asleep.
I took a friend, Pat,
Yes.
and he went, wait a minute, is this about, I don't want to spoil it, but is this about blah, blah, blah? And I was like, yeah, like that's kind of the gist. And he goes, I'm leaving. So we left after 20 minutes.
Has he got like a particular fear about that kind of stuff? Did you know that?
particular fear. I might have.
You knew.
I didn't know to that extent.
It was probably, and people are like, oh, you should call it a thriller and not a horror movie. I don't care. I was shit scared.
It's horrific.
It is, because it's like, I don't care if there's not like, a whole scene where something fucked is like visual, like graphically happening. It's not like a gore movie, but it's like, it's so scary.
It's so scary. And people like laugh and look, Longlegs himself, I'm going to be honest, I think he's going to enter the canon of like queer, like
the Babadook?
He's so gay coded.
Like the Babadook.
He's queer coded.
So camp.
He's so camp.
Because I think they really differentiate that, but like by any of the female characters, he's not into them.
No.
He's like, he's putting them in drag.
He's putting them in drag.
It's him and the dolls.
It's him and the dolls. Like
You can't read the dolls.
I just loved it. I loved how ridiculous he was. And Nick Cage goes full Nick Cage.
Full. But it's like, I think the prosthetics take you out of, like, you couldn't like meme it like the rest of the like Nick Cage things, like, because he looks so different. Like, if you didn't tell me it was him, I wouldn't clock it for a while.
Yeah.
And like, until like halfway through when he's like singing, I would have been like, oh.
I hear a familiar voice. When he's like, let me in now.
Yeah, that was my favorite thing.
My
It was
gosh.
like, not today, not tomorrow, as long as I want.
And he goes, ah!
So
and then it goes
good.
like,
It was so good.
it was so freaky. And then like, Oh, she was a boss bitch.
Yeah, she's sick.
I love Michael Monroe. She just ate. She was Detective Fierce at the Slation, and she just gave. She was doing her transvestigations.
She cuffed him up. It was I thought it was so scary and so good. I was drinking a bottle of beer at the time, and some of it was like, I don't like jump scares. Like, they piss me off. I don't get scared. I go like,
You're like, fuck you.
I go, I don't trust you now.
Yeah.
No.
You built up a relationship that you've just thrown away.
Like, if someone jumps out and like if a friend like wants to prank me, like jumps out of a fucking closet or something, I'm not like, oh, you scared me. Like, for a while after that, I'm annoyed.
Yeah, because I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now my levels are all out of whack.
Yeah, now I'm like, I'm off guard and I don't like you and I don't trust you and you've pissed me off and we're not like, I'm going to have to really forgive you.
Now the levels that I've spent hundreds of dollars on medicating are out of whack.
Great. Well, you can talk to Big Pharma about that.
Yeah.
Because you've
Big
fucked it all
Pharma's
up.
going to be actually quite stoked because I'm coming over again and I'm asking for more. But
Exactly.
dude.
Yeah, jump scares are Big Pharma orchestrated. Absolutely. Yeah, fucking great movie. Speaking about what we've been watching, I almost stopped you talking about this before. Drag Race. You said you're not watching Drag Race right now.
No.
Because I agree, because I'm not watching Canada versus Portugal versus, it's not the fucking it is the Drag Olympics, blah, blah, blah. I'm not watching Canada versus UK versus the World All Stars season 7.
But you know what I'm not watching is All Stars 9.
Can I tell you it's really good?
I'm not watching it.
Okay.
Can I tell you why? This
Okay.
is real right now. I don't call me an idiot. I don't watch Drag Race to see good drag. I watch Drag Race for the drama.
Bring back bad drag.
Bring back bad drag.
Yeah.
I'm here for the arguments. I'm here for people the moment people realize that their dream is over. I need eliminations.
I want bad lip syncs, but not bad as in like no one's giving me anything I can work with. Bad as in like I want drag to be a contact sport again. Bring back the biff.
Bring back the biff.
Throw each other.
Also, I just feel like for me, like here are my thoughts.
Yes.
All Stars 9, right? I hate to say it, but there are some queens on there that I don't think you're an all-star.
Yeah.
Georges, you're not an all-star. I'm so sorry.
She's a good lip syncer.
She's a good lip syncer, but like, okay, no, I'm not going to shit on anyone individually. All I'm going to say is there needs to be eliminations.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Because I want to see someone humbled. I want to see someone who got top 3 to go home first.
I love that shit. Like, I just don't like to see like, oh, we're all having fun and all the judges' critiques are so positive. The judges are like, you're amazing. You're so funny. You're so great. All of you are amazing. But you two are a little more amazing. Lip sync for the win. Who gives a fuck?
One exception. I want to see someone who's really good at drag and is a fucking nightmare to work with.
Yeah.
The Violet Chachkis of the world.
Yes.
You hate them so much, but you're like, that's my winner.
Yeah.
Like,
that's my winner right
on this
there.
season, Roxy Andrews is like, fucking like, she's just crying for some reason. She's got a problem with she's so offended by everything, but mama drag. She's doing
she does it.
Like, the lip syncs are so good and she's not spinning and twirling and
I
death
saw
dropping.
her one against Plastique, which was great.
When she's like, back off.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I can't stop watching it.
Who's the top 3? Have they announced that yet?
No. Oh, it would have been out today. No, yesterday.
Who will be the top 3?
It's actually like anyone's game right now, but I would say like Roxy, absolutely. If it comes down to outfits, like Gottmik or Plastic could be there. Chanel's got a good chance.
It's so random. It's just, you know what I hate? The scissor thing. You're cut off.
Because I'm like, I do like the this is who I'm sending home. Bring that back.
Yeah, I want this.
That was tea.
I'm going home. Ben Dela
I'm going
Creme.
home.
I'm going home.
I love that. Do you know I met Dela I walked into, El Loco in Surrey Hills?
Yes.
Yes, I walked in there once and out of drag, Morgan McMichaels and Ongina and Ben de la Creme are there with some Sydney queen. Oh, and like Hungry, who's never on Drag Race, but she's amazing, sitting there with BB Gunn, who's from Brisbane. And I was like, and then Morgan just came, because she's like scary on the show, just came, grabbed my hand and was like, hi. And then was like,
way.
I was like, what the hell are you doing here? And they were like, do you want to come sit? And I sat at a table at El Loco and I was losing my mind. I'll show you a photo.
Yeah. Wait, what?
And I just sat down and had some of their fucking nachos.
Yum.
And like Benderly
Drag
creme.
nachos.
And like Dayla is one of my favorites because I always think about that like performance she does with like 8 layers of nipple tassels. That's great. And I was just like staring, looking at her, and Morgan was like, I'll introduce you to Dayla. And I was like, you're so nice. She's so nice.
It's nice to, but you know what? I also like when people are awful.
I also do. There's people that you don't like, you know, not to expect to. You're not like going to be like, hi. Like when people try to hug Trixie, she doesn't want it.
Fuck no.
No.
I wouldn't want it.
Yeah, you are very Trixie Mattel coded.
Yeah,
like your
I wouldn't want it at
personalities
all.
are very the same.
Yeah, but I'm also, because I'm just very like, I'm not gonna fake my like, you know when people are like, I love my fans, I love my audience. Like I'm so grateful for my audience.
Yeah,
but
it's
and I
your
say it
audience.
on the podcast, I'm like, I don't love you. I don't. Like, I don't love you. Like I really like you, and I'm so grateful. But it's a relationship that is like transactional. Like I'm giving you something, and you're giving me something.
I definitely. Okay, I'm the Cartier of this, where people, they know that you don't want that. I am. They're coming up to me and they're like, I was touched as a kid.
Oh.
And I'm going, oh, I will listen but I'm going, God, just because I talk about an experience on a pod, like, I don't know. It's hard because people do feel like they know you. You spend so much time with someone that it's like, you know, like, because I think about podcasts, there's very few people I would listen to talk for an hour.
Oh, no, I know.
Do you listen to any podcasts?
I don't really listen to... I listen to, like, sport podcasts, which you wouldn't believe.
And you don't really care about those people as much.
No, yeah, like, I love, like, Gary Neville, who's a footballer, and he talks about football.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, I think for me... But I will say as well, there are some people that when they come up to me and they say, like, I love the pod or you're really cool, and I click with them straight away. Like, I just know...
You'd be friends anyway in real life.
I'm like, oh, you're my person.
Yeah.
And we chat, and that's kind of... And it's almost like I'm giving a bit more. I mean, I'm always so nice to everyone, but there are some people where I'm like, oh, like we actually would be friends.
Yeah. I love that so much. Like when you meet people at a bar and they're not like weird. And like I like it when they don't come up to you as if they're like a fan, because that's always like, oh. Like I like when they're like, when they talk to me like they already know me, is kind of funny. They're like, excuse me, little miss from the pod. And I'll be like, hello. Yeah. I like that when they're funny.
And they match your energy.
Yeah.
Like that's the big thing. Whereas sometimes like I've decided I match people's energy when they say hi to me.
Yeah.
And that for me is always the best, because if I'm walking through Newtown or something and someone's just like, TikTok guy.
Yeah.
I just don't even turn around.
I don't like that at all.
But if someone comes up to me just straight away and they just go, can I get a photo? I'll just be like, yeah. Yeah. It's like, hey, because I used to be like, I used to feel really awful and shit when people would be like, can I get a photo? But because I go, oh my God, hey, thank you so much.
Because you're like, I don't want to give anyone a horror story.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'd leave and I go, I feel so empty. But now I'm like, photo? I'm like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, bye.
Yeah. Like, or if someone's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, like that puts you in the position to be like, oh, hi. And then you're like playing a character of someone, where if someone's like, Miss Thing, hello, I'm just like, oh, hello.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah. Then it's fun. And then it's nice because you're like, I'm just meeting a person who's seen my work, which is the same as like, I don't know, like someone who's when they meet me in a not so like podium way. If someone's like, oh, I've seen you do stand up before, like a few places. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I know you don't think I'm famous.
Cool, yeah.
So I'm not famous.
Do you ever, I mean, have you dated online ever whilst having a following?
I've never had a dating app ever.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I'm an old school slut.
I'm not one of these new age sluts.
I've never been single enough to be like, I'm doing the dating apps thing. And because I do not like being perceived like that. And I sometimes I get scared because I go like, oh, I feel weird about the idea of like meeting someone and going on a date, and you know that both people are like, I really want to find someone.
Oh.
Sometimes I get scared about that, and I go like, no, I kind of like, I'm attracted to people who are like not actively searching.
Yeah, you're attracted to someone that's like, I don't give a shit what happens.
Yeah.
Because I could be
could be
in
alone.
Brazil tomorrow.
Or someone who's like, I'm fine alone, and if the only time I would get into a relationship is if the relationship is a better deal than being on my own.
Mm-hmm.
If like, I'm happy single, this is better.
Yeah.
Not someone who's like, oh, I hate being single.
I want someone now.
I want to jam someone into this position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scares me because then I go like, you want me to fulfill roles, not just like, oh, I like this person. I think they'd be a good, they're cool and I want to add them into my life rather than like, you need to be this and this and this and this and this because that's what the partner role fills.
Do you want to hear a yarn?
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
Imagine I go, no.
You're like, no, I'm all good. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway.
All right, so this is fucked and I want to get your thoughts on this because the only people's thoughts I've gotten on this are straight men.
Okay.
And one bisexual. Anyway. So, I was on Hinge, scrolling through, match with a hot guy.
Yeah.
He then says to me, oh my God, wasn't expecting to see you on my profile, whatever. Like, that's a little bit of a ick, but because he was so hot, I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, you keep giving the free passes to the hot ones.
I know, and you know what? Then they become...
Freaks.
Freaks. I was going to use another word, but yes, let's go with freaks. Yeah. And then, speaking of, oh my God, Army Hammer. So, okay. I'm going to put a pin in the story.
Pause.
The story's getting a pin in it, but I'm not going to forget. Okay. Because when I listen to a podcast and people move on, I'm like, please go back to the story. I'm going back to the story, but I just want to say this. Without sounding awful.
No.
I love watching Piers Morgan interview cancelled celebrities. It's my new favourite thing.
Okay.
Piers Morgan interviewed Kevin Spacey. I don't know if you saw that one.
No.
But he just recently interviewed Armie Hammer after all the cannibal shit.
I saw that it happened. I haven't seen the interview.
Okay, so that's up on my laptop. So what I'm going to do later today is play FIFA and listen. Anyway, back to the story of mine. Because also, okay, I'm just going to... One more thing, guys, I promise. I would never vote for him. Ever. In my life, I would never vote for him, I swear. And I disagree with everything politically.
Then why do you want him there?
But I love Trump.
I think he's so camp.
I
love people that are not real. They're a character.
He's not a real person.
And yeah.
And I saw that meme that was like God creating Trump and not making him a drag queen or something like that. Like giving him the perfect drag personality.
Him in the reading challenge? 8. Devoured.
Can I tell you the campest thing I've ever seen in my life? Did you see him bring on Hulk Hogan? Hogan? I'm playing it into the mic so that everyone can hear this.
Please. I think he's so camp. It's like... And that's how I deal with not liking people is if you just treat them as a character, it's so you just don't hate them anymore because you go like, true, you're just a villain.
So, yeah, look, here's the thing. I hope Trump never gets given a position of real power. What I would love to see, though, is him to do another season of Celebrity Apprentice.
Big Brother. Dancing with the Stars.
If he was a reality star and not a fucking cunt of a politician... God, he could be up there with one of the greats.
Trump on Love Island when?
Okay, I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking when I say this. This is not even a lie. This is my truth. When Rue eventually retires from Drag Race, Trump would, I swear to God, be my next choice.
Trump and Raven still does the makeup and it's still a wig.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, it would be the funniest thing in the world.
And it's still Michelle, and it's still
Michelle.
Michelle and still the hilarious Ross Matthews.
Oh, the hilarious. Are you a Ross or Carson? Oh, it's the easiest question in the world. Carson. No. I'm going to cut you off.
Okay.
This happens the day after he got shot. Okay. He brings on Hulk Hogan, the wrestler. Listen to this.
Last week, when they took a shot at my hero, and they tried to kill the next president of the United States.
Is he stripping? Is he about to strip?
Was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania
run
wild, brother. Let Trumpomania
He's torn his shirt off to reveal a Trump shirt. See,
that's high camp.
That is high cap. That's a reveal.
That's a reveal.
That is a reveal. That was a reveal.
That's bonkers, cunt.
That was cat, kitty, cat, cat, kitty, cat, cow.
Yeah.
That was
When they took a shot at my hero.
wow.
Anyway, so back to the story. So
That was a wig reveal.
that was insane. Reveal yourself. So I'm on Hinge,
So you're on Hinge.
chatting to a guy. I then say, what's just Gram or Snap? I want to get off the app as quickly as possible.
Okay.
He replies and he says, sorry, Will, I'm not gay.
That was my question.
Yeah, no, real. So then I go, how the hell did this happen then? Because I want to know, like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
He then goes, oh, well, I got cheated on and I just wanted to see what I'm worth in the market these days. Anyway, I leave him on scene. 10 minutes later, he messages again, actually, can I get your Snap? Because I want to tell you a funny story. So I'm going, so now he wants the Snap.
I'm going to tell you a funny story, and behind that is going to be pictures of my schlong.
And guess what? The funny story he told. No schlong. But it gets bizarre.
What?
He tells me a story that he went on a date with a girl and then they went back to her place. And then after 10 minutes of being at her house, the girl goes, oh, actually, I'm so sorry. This is actually my sister's place and she's on her way home soon, so we need to go. So they leave, the date's over, whatever, like the night's off, they don't do anything. Cut to the next morning, the girl messages him saying, hey, thanks for last night. To be fully honest with you, I think you'd actually be a better match for my friend Liam. Here's his Instagram.
She
Have a
goes,
good night.
you're a flaming homosexual.
She went, you're gay.
I wonder what he did. Did
What
you
did he
ask him?
No, yeah, I was like, okay, and I was like, have you ever considered your sexuality at all? And he goes, thought about it. No, I'm 110% straight.
Straight people, that's not what they say. They go, yeah, I thought about it. They don't go, no.
I've got a friend of mine who's my gauge for straightness,
Okay.
like the straightest person I know. And I think, what would he do? And if it's anything different to that, I'm like, all right, maybe like this is interesting. But 110%, because he would never say I'm 110% straight.
110 is performative.
That's too much.
Too much. It's not real.
That's not real.
Because you say, a straight guy probably says like, 90 something, 98 probably.
This
95.
is every straight guy. Or maybe Ryan Reynolds.
They go, Troye Sivan probably in that music video. That's
Yeah.
what Lockie says.
Really?
Lockie was like, it twitched.
But like, ooh, like, sorry. And I asked all the straight men I know, would you ever set your Hinge to anything that's not women
No.
for any sort of approval? No. The answers were no. Anyway, I told the story on the pod. He listens to the pod. He then messaged me again to clarify everything. And he was like, I promise it was the sister's house because like she actually did end up coming over. And then the reason why I set it to Hinge was because the girl said that all her straight friends do it. So like you should at least try it once to just see what you're worth and blah, blah, blah. And it was the girl's idea. And
What you're worth is crazy. Because
What
it's
you're
like,
worth?
why can't you tell that with girls?
I know.
What's the difference?
And he was saying, girls apparently never like Hinge profiles. I barely get any likes. So I just wanted to see, like, if I set it to everyone, how many more likes I'd get. And I'm like, well, yeah, you'd get more likes because it's only if you're saying girls don't like Hinges, then you're just getting likes from guys.
Yeah. God. So, how did that end?
I'm just like, when he clarified everything, I just messaged him and went, oh, look, dude, everything I say is performative. Don't take it serious. If you say you're straight, you're straight. Because I'm never going to be like, no, like, you know,
You're not knocking his door down.
No way. No, because that's the thing. That's when like people get uncomfortable when like, you know what? I'm very cautious of being the gay person that's like, no, trust me, you're gay. Like, trust me. Like you want to experience it. Because it's like that. That's when that's a little bit like the creepy gay.
It's creepy. I actually think I'm going to say something. It's even lesbians have the biggest problem with it ever. I'm so sick of it.
Really?
Yeah, because they're very like they love to do the like. If any girl goes like, oh yeah, like me and my boyfriend once had a disagreement. Oh, you should get you. Oh, it's because boys are bad in bed. You should get with me. You're a lesbian. You're a lesbian. Sure. What?
Really?
It's like Yeah, they just like any single thing. They just go like it's the exact same way as straight guys act towards girls who date girls, but they're like, oh, you just haven't tried a dick yet. That is how some lesbians also act to girls. They're like, oh, well, you haven't been with a girl yet. Oh, it's because you're dating boys. They blah 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 blah. Let people just hang out. By the way,
Yeah, let people do their own thing.
Yeah,
And also, I'm really curious because lesbians, I don't know, they're very like intense.
it's so intense.
Yeah.
I think I talked to Lockie about this on the pod. Of course, I love the girlies, but you know what? I'm not doing it for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Is that how long it takes?
No, not always, but it can because there's no end.
Well, it can go forever. Yeah,
It
like
could
I
go
was speaking
forever.
to my friend and she was like, "Oh, I can do it all night with a woman."
Like,
I'm like, that
all
sounds
night
like my
maybe, but with
nightmare.
some intermissions.
Yeah.
I don't let's watch an episode of something.
Or at least let's just get to the opening credits of an episode.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Also, I have this question for you. And my thoughts is yes. But do you think that, because you know how, it's not stereotypically, but, evidently, you look at women and they're more kind of free, like straight women, for example,
Yes.
will still kind of kiss each other or hook up with each other at a club,
Yeah.
right? And that doesn't mean that they're bisexual or they're into women, but they just
Yeah.
do it because it's a fun, whatever.
It's fun.
And it's a hot way to maybe get a guy's attention.
Yeah,
and
maybe. Or it's just fun.
It's
It's
just
just
fun.
fun.
Do you think men have that desire as well? Or do you think men would be willing and want to do that?
I know men who are. I know men who do.
Well, me too. Like,
I love it. I think it's so fun because that is when they've like deconstructed the like internalized homophobia and they go like, oh, it's not like, oh, it's funny. It's a joke. It's funny because being gay is funny. It's just like, oh, it's just a bit of fun.
can I be so rude?
I don't know if I can stop you.
It's those guys that have deconstructed it and that are that happy to do it. But why are they not the hot ones that I want to see do it? It's like, oh, I've deconstructed it. And I look at them and I'm like, you can
You
can
could have
stick to
kept it.
girls. I'm like, you can stick to the girls.
You could have kept it in there.
Where are the big footy boys doing it? Actually, T.
Locker room.
Oh my God. I know. Like, this is T. I at my old college,
Yeah.
there were 2 footy boys that used to like hook up. It was like an open secret that they would like hook up in the showers. And then one night one of them got with a girl and the other one got really upset.
Oh, this is a feature film.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful feature film.
So like
Or an episode of Glee. I'm not sure yet.
or a future episode of NCIS Sydney.
SVU.
Yeah. It's going to end in SVU.
He's like
isn't
that.
it? Yeah.
He's that on the locker room shelf
He's
floors.
like this on the locker room. Yeah.
He's like that.
Yes. So why is it not the hot ones?
Okay. And you raise a valid point. And I can't yet. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're broadening their horizons for a reason.
Like old mate.
They're like,
But
yeah.
old mate's hot. Like what's he? Oh. Do you ever think I always think this. I always think when a straight guy's like, oh, like if there's a straight guy that I find hot and he's talking about like, oh, whatever, XYZ, I'm always just like in my head, like halfway through the conversation, it could be completely unrelated to anything. And I just go in my head, do you realize I could give you the best head you've ever had in your life right now?
Yep.
I always think that. I'm always like, I could send you to another realm.
Yeah. In a way that you have not fathomed yet.
In a way that I know you've not fathomed.
Sometimes I get like that with girls. Like I am very much like, I know they've had straight sex and that's crazy. Because like I always say this about like straight people sex, there's an end to a means. And because when it's 2 guys, that's fine because then both people are wanting maybe the same thing if that's what it is. It's like, let's both come. But it's like with girls, they always like complain about having sex with straight men and it's like, you need to teach your boyfriend to have queer sex. Because I realized what men call foreplay is sex. Because what girls do with each other, they might be like, oh, so it's just foreplay. What? If my fingers are in someone, it is not like...
That's not foreplay. You're on
foreplay.
the stages to sex.
Yes, that's like... But like that's lesbian sex. You know what I mean? Like that's all a part of it. It's all encompassing.
Foreplay to me is like...
Kissing
Kissing the thighs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like dry humping is foreplay.
So for me, my big gay fantasy is like the straight guy that like calls me a faggot while I suck his dick.
Okay.
And I know that's really...
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really bad.
No, that's really demeaning.
Okay, I was halfway through going, yes.
Oh, yeah, I love it. No, that's what I want.
I do enjoy having sex with someone, not who doesn't respect me as a girl, like not that, but who someone personally fucking hates me.
Wow.
Because it's like,
they can't resist.
Exactly.
They have to have you.
Oh, you hate me?
Yeah.
Well, not so much right now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So then what's your like fantasy then? Is it that? Is it someone that hates you and then they like push you against the wall and just start kissing you?
Yeah. It's someone who like vowed to never ever sleep with you again. They're like, never ever. It's never happening again. I hate you. And then you're like, okay.
Do you want to hear the most insane thing in the whole world? And
What?
I don't think I've ever said this.
What?
So when I was 3 years old, I used to watch Kim Possible, or like I was like 4, whenever Kim Possible was out. And there was this episode where one of the villain with the blue face, I can't remember his name. Because, by the way, you 100%, if they made a live action Kim Possible, you're playing Shigo.
Will.
Do you not see that?
Oh my God. Now I'm confident with I'm going to go kick people if I want.
Do you see Shigo?
I love that you do. Okay, well now I do.
That could be a potential Halloween outfit for you, is Shigo.
Yeah, I could body it.
I think you should go as long legs for Halloween.
I think you should.
Yeah.
And I'll be the doll.
Carrie Ann.
Can we put like full prosthetics on me so I'm really scary? We'll get like a mask and we'll put like latex over
big
it.
lips and anyway.
Can you get the cheek?
Yeah.
I love when I saw long legs. It reminded me of when someone comes back to All Star and they got the cheek 100%. And they got the lip and the jaw filler. That like it just
Kitty Scott claws.
Yes.
You seen what Kitty Scott claws looks like?
Yes.
Anyway, I was watching Kim Possible and the villain got sat on by this giant, like I think it was like a big baby that was like 20 foot tall, and it sat on him and he was like crushed under the baby. And I was like, why do I want that to happen to me? That was at 3 or 4 years old. You know what I love at 25 now? Getting sat on. I like eating people out from underneath.
Okay.
So you're
the
telling
premonition
me,
was there.
So you're telling me I've had that since I was 4?
Yes, because the girls I always liked in primary school were the girls I openly hated. They were like the popular girl who's mean.
So this is what I'm trying to say. We're born with our kinks.
Absolutely.
We're born with our kinks.
Absolutely.
What the fuck? That's
Absolutely.
wild. Like I get being born as your sexuality, whatever, but you're born with kinks?
I'm sure some of them you can develop, but some
are
you're
in
born.
there innate.
Are born.
Wow.
Yeah, because I remember any girl I liked in primary school, she was like mean girl. And that has never finished. I love
that for you so much.
Yeah, it's bad because it's like people I don't like. And I'm like, fuck, she's such a bitch to people and she's so like rude.
Yeah, she's such a cunt and I need to put my fingers in there.
Yeah. It's bad.
Wow.
I wanted to have a few more talking points, but like, God, I love that conversation. But if I don't stop it,
yeah, let's move on to one of your.
I'll
other
cry and I'll start
points.
thinking about people. Okay, I wanted to ask you one question. What is the most cringe part of doing social media stuff for you? And then how do you live with yourself? How do you live with that?
Honestly, I genuinely think, not to bring it back to the dating, but I think it is like when you first start talking to someone and you have to have that conversation over and over again when they're like, what do you do? Oh, I do internet stuff.
Yeah.
And because they think it's the coolest thing in the world, or they think, wow, and they're so interested by it. But what they don't know is it is the like most like uneventful life I mean, no, it's cool and whatever, but it's just like, you know what it is? It's the idea of trying to play it down, actually, because it is really cool and really fun, but you can't be like, yeah, I do this and it's so fun and it's so cool because I get to do X, Y, Z and it's epic. I have to be like, yeah, I do this and it's, it's just, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah,
And I just
cool.
cringe at myself because I'm just like trying to act nonchalant and that's cringe to me.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to tell them the actual cringe bits when they're like, oh, so you just get to like film everything and you're like, oh, there's a Daryl Lee brand deal somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I'll eventually get my Shell petrol station money down the line somewhere.
You know what? And you know what? Some people are really good at it. And when they do it, I go, fuck, I got to start like working out a way to actually make money from this. But I'm so scarred by looking at people who do such bad brand deals. I hate, oh God, they're going to get me for this one. They're going to get me because I go, just don't post it as a clip. But I want to.
Yeah.
What I can't deal with is this character, part 58, if they ate Uber Eats. And I go, get your bag.
Get your bag. Oh, I've seen some of the worst ads in the world.
It's bad.
I'm about to say a name. I almost said 2 names. I need to bite my tongue immediately.
And
I'm going to whisper them in your ear and I don't care if it's picked up by the mic.
can I say that's the exact ones that always Lockie and I sort of talk about.
And I always go, how the hell do you keep getting all these deals? Because you get 800 views a video with 3 likes and 1 comment, and the 1 comment's yours.
Replying to someone who's just left love hearts. Thanks, girl.
No, I saw one and it was like, they made a video and then they were like, guys, so-and-so is back. Ha ha ha, like a name of a character that they've done like twice. 0 other comments. No likes on the comment. The video had 46 likes.
Yeah, who asked?
46 likes?
Not good. Not good odds.
My mum gets 46 likes.
That's because she's a beautiful woman.
She's a gorgeous woman.
I love her.
MILF.
She's so nice. It's not good. I just can't deal with the like, oh, we want like the brands being like, we want it to be you. We want you to make it you. And so like, and then the script has to have all of the criteria in it. It's like me when there's a 20% code off for the next 4 weeks on
Be
if
like,
you just type in hashtag blah blah blah. Be like, I don't know.
That's not me.
Mama, I don't know.
This is me. Oh God, I wanna kill myself if I don't eat this chocolate chip cookie. That's my brand deal.
Yeah. Oh, guys, do you know what I'm so excited for this weekend? To eat the new fucking double swirl Jelly Belly Bubble Bursty at Hungry Jack's.
Oh yeah. No, you know what? Honestly, if they just allowed us to do what we wanted, I reckon they would get so many views. If Krispy Kreme came to me and was like, "We want you to do a brand deal, do whatever you want," I'd literally it would be me. It would be like me after a Hinge date or something, and I'd just be eating a whole dozen, and I'd stare at the camera and I'd be like, I'm a fat cunt. Who cares? No one wants me anyway. Exactly.
Because the good ones is like people are actually going to want to watch this and they're going to be able to think like, oh, that's true. I do love Krispy Kreme. Rather be like, oh, it's a brand deal. That's going to piss me off. Like, I'm going to patent this by saying it out loud. I'm not going to burn it. I want to do an Uber Eats one where, or like, what's it called? Like, any of the ones that give you the ingredients.
Yeah.
What's that? Bloody...
Milk Run?
Or like the ones where you order HelloFresh. I want to do a HelloFresh ad where it's a tour of every ingredient in my fridge that I've left to absolutely create a new life form.
Hilarious.
The different types of mold I'm leaving in there because I buy full ingredients. It's actually true. Like I do buy full ingredients and then I'm never going to use those again. So I want to like open up and be like, mold, hi mold, and like go like, this is something I've never ever used again. Like
you should film it and send it, because I've almost gotten to the point where I want to film one and then send it to them and be like, I'll post this for $5,000.
You want it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just do it. I think that's the way to do it, is because then it's actually organic to you and you have a good idea rather than be like, God, how do I like put this in a thing and make it funny?
Like, like Mr. Beast does it. I love Mr. Beast, unironically.
Yeah.
And I love his chocolate. I don't give
Is it good?
a
I haven't
fuck.
had it yet.
Oh.
Is it good?
Cunt.
See, that's why that's good because you know he could have made that shit taste like cardboard,
Oh, he could have gone, fuck it.
and he still would have sold millions.
Do you like seeing kids get hurt?
What type of hurt? I like
Painfully hurt.
I like seeing their spirits crushed.
Oh yeah, not that. Not emotionally hurt.
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking physically hurt.
Okay. Expand. I'm begging you to.
Like, Pat explained to me how his little niece was walking his pit bull Staffy on the leash, and it saw a bird and took off, and she kept holding on to the thing, so she was just like, vroom.
Yeah, I like seeing kids fall. Get hurt is crazy from you.
Vroom, like that.
Yeah, like I like seeing. It's funny when they, like, I like that video of that baby who keeps like pouring the juice in the cup and just keeps like, or milk in the cup and just keeps slipping and gets up and like that's funny.
No, I like seeing like, I think they're dead. I think they're dead.
You want funniest home baby videos?
I want funniest home deaths.
You want Wipeout for kids?
But you know, there's a funny Instagram page called like Kids Getting Hurt, and I can watch that for hours.
I'm guessing you don't want kids.
No.
Mm.
I speak about this on stage. 2 reasons.
Yeah.
The first reason is because what if I just hate my kid?
Yeah.
I'm allowed, like, I want to be able to hate my kid, but you can't. You know?
You can't. Because also, like, I mean, you can you don't have to like your kid all the time. Because what if you have a bad one?
What
I'm
if my
scared
kid's
of that.
I was going to say, my biggest fear is that I have a kid who becomes a footy boy that posts about men's mental health on his Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I'd disown him.
I'm scared I'm going to have a kid that, like, shows their cuts to everyone. Scared I'm gonna have a kid that cuts for Bieber.
Oh, yeah. Was that a thing?
It was, and it is the funniest thing I've ever heard of in my life. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's bonkers.
Why
eh?
were they doing that? It was because he like got drunk or did drugs or something.
Imagine having that much. Oh, okay. If you were in Taylor Swift's body for 24 hours, what would you do? And you had full access. Let's say you didn't have a team that had to like, oh my God. Let's say you didn't have to have a team that like had to approve everything.
I'd say faggot on Instagram Live.
You reckon?
Have you ever seen that video of Ariana Grande and she's in Vegas, but it's still in the era where she's like not pronouncing things, and she's like, faggots, let me hear you make some noise.
Oh yeah, faggots, let me hear you say some noise. Yeah.
It's my favorite video in
It's
the world.
so good.
It's my favorite video in the entire world.
I think I would, you know that little kid that goes, hello monsters?
Yeah.
You know, he's like a Christian conservative now.
Yeah, it's always the way.
It's so sad.
It's always the
like
way.
Joshua Bassett, remember him? He came out as gay, then he rescinded on it, started doing Christian shit, did a tour that sold 35% of all his tickets.
One of the who are those girls? Those 2 blonde girls that like
the Christian girls.
those Christian girls.
Yeah.
One of them has lost God.
No.
And I think they made a video about it. I've not watched it, so I don't actually understand. But one of them, I think, is like exploring other things from not the church.
Cunts and pussies.
Yeah, like commit.
I think, you know what I'd do if I was Taylor Swift?
What?
Because if I said faggot on a live as Taylor, I feel like all the Swifties would be like, but that's fine. Like
They'd be rhinestoning merch.
Yeah, they'd create their own.
They'd go to the Eras tour with a big fag cowboy hat.
You know what I'd do?
What?
I think I'd go, I'm releasing one last song and then you're never hearing from me ever again. And I'd say that on Instagram Live. Like, this is my last song, and I'm going to play it really quickly now. And I would go to GarageBand before and make the most heinous thing ever.
That drum machine.
Yeah, like dun dun ch, dun dun dun.
And I'd leave the
ch,
metronome
dun,
in.
dun, ch, dun, 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 ch. And and then I'd be like, "Ah!" Like screech pop or like screech metal, whatever. And then
I'll watch those kids eat it up.
and then you know what I'd do? I'd go, and on the stroke of midnight tonight, I want all of you to jump off the roof of your house. How many people do you reckon would do it?
There'd be a few. Because they'd be like, no, because she's a lyrical genius. Because she's a genius. They would do it.
Do you think if Taylor Swift
The Purge, Taylor's version.
Yeah. How many people do you think, if Taylor Swift said, if you're a real diehard Swiftie and you want to meet me in the afterlife, I want all of you to jump off a building. How many people do you reckon would do it?
100. Because some are planning it anyway.
I think way more.
In the thousands?
I reckon at least 50,000.
50,000 people. 50? Well, because, okay, what's bloody the arena that she played in? That's like...
In Sydney,
Yeah, how big is that?
90,000, and she did it over like 4 nights.
They're all going down. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because they're young.
Imagine.
If she goes, come party with me in the afterlife.
I think I wouldn't do that because that would cause chaos. But I think what I would do is, I'd be like, oh my God, you know what I would do? I, as Will Gibb, would invest in like a weird stock, and then I'd be Taylor for the next day, and I'd go, I want everyone to invest in this. We're going to make this the most amazing thing in the world.
And you'd be rich forever. I'm really selfish, and I know I would go, do you know what I love? Z-list celebrity Edan McGovern,
Oh
the
my
comedian.
God,
I would shout
yeah.
out myself. Or like I just go pick me up in the private jet, like Edan, and I'd just like take me to everyone I've ever wanted to meet that she has the power to meet.
That's so real. She'd be like, he's the funniest comedian ever. I want everyone to buy tickets to his shows.
Yeah.
But then you have Swifties as fans. They're kind of
But
amazing
maybe she doesn't
fans.
tell like fans, she tells industry people. Like she tells your favorite comedians and your favorite actors. Fuck. She messages that and she's like, I'm bringing this person, you'd love them. I don't know who Taylor knows that I want to.
Is she going to make movies next? Because she obviously directs her own music videos. I heard she's making a feature. It'll make $1 billion.
$1 billion, and they're gonna like. The thing I don't like about Swifties is they're not holding her accountable. They're not going,
Dude.
Mama, that was rotted.
Mama, can you stop releasing things to block other female artists from reaching #1?
Yeah.
Other female artists.
Yeah. Can I tell you something that happened? Oh God, she might kill me. You know, we've seen the absolute like skyrocketing of Chapel Roan in the last month and a half. So Ella, my best friend, opened for Chapel because Chapel gets drag queens to open, at least when she was like on that level. And Ella's been a Chapel fan for so long. This is King the Drag Queen for anyone listening. And so she applied and she got it. And so she was backstage with Chapel. We made her a big like bouquet of flowers and flour. And some flower buds. And we made that for her, and then Ella gave it to her. And Ella was so nervous. Chapel was like, how's your day been? And Ella was like, I've been pooing all day because I just can't stop pooing. And then in her head, she was like, what am I saying? What am I saying? This is my favorite artist ever. This is artist I'm in love with. She was like, and I was thinking about pooing is such an Australian word. No one says pooing. Pooping.
That's my least favorite word ever.
Pooping.
Yeah, I hate poop.
Poop.
Ooh, it's so infanticized. I hate it. It's disgusting.
It reminds me of the emoji,
Yeah, yuck.
who I don't like.
No,
I don't like him.
no.
Pooing. That's Australian.
Well, how did Chapel respond to such claims?
She was like, oh. Because imagine someone, like you hire this drag queen and they're like, I've been pooing all day.
You'd be like, oh, cool.
And then she heard her outside because Ella was saying to the other drag queens like, oh, I don't know if I have time. I need to poo again. I need to poo again. And then Chapel was like, go poop, girl. Oh, maybe she said go shit. For you, for the benefit of your ears, I'm saying she said take a shit.
Do you think that... Yeah, because I don't know, like Taylor's blocking all the... Because let's be real, it's always like females that shoot up to the #1s.
And then it happens. It's a trajectory that I always see happen. Everyone is obsessed with them, puts them on superhuman status, and then
rips
they
them down.
And then exactly, and then they go like, actually, she's not that good. She didn't say she was. No one said she was. You said she's a god. She's amazing.
They do it with actresses. Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
Amelia Clark was one who played like...
Yeah.
You know who's going to be the next one?
Who?
Ayo Edebiri.
Yeah, people are going to go, actually, she's kind of like cringe about
And
this.
she'll
Blah,
just
blah,
go,
blah, blah.
what?
She'll go,
I
okay.
didn't control my rise and now I'm just falling. This doesn't make sense.
I'm so obsessed with her. I think she's so funny. I think
Same.
she's just so herself.
Love.
I love her so much. She's very cool, very smart.
But the industry knows that and they're going to try and corrupt her into this like thing.
They're gonna. It is sad when they like tell someone they're prolific, and then they test them on that, like,
Yeah.
and then they go like, "Oh, you think you're so prolific?" It's like you said that.
Yeah, you did that. I'm just here.
I also love watching the bear because I feel really superior to everyone because Liza Colin Zayas, who plays Tina, reposted one of my videos on her page, like downloaded it and then posted it, which is crazy. And then like we DM'd for a few
No
things.
way.
I was like, oh my God, hey girl, thank you. She was like, you're fucking hilarious. And I was like, girl.
I had that moment up when SZA liked my reel.
Yeah, that's it. Because
What?
she's not out like, that's cool. That's a cool person to like.
What?
SZA.
So that reel that I made, it got onto like American,
Yeah.
but in more specifically African American, like
Okay.
Instagram reels. And it was so funny because like I would maybe get like 90 shares a day of that video, like story mentions.
Yeah.
And all of it was like, get they ass, like exclamation mark. Like it was they loved it.
That happened to me with the ghost
such a
video.
niche. Yeah, it was such a niche. Oh, your ergonomic chair video is still my favorite thing in the
Thank you
whole
so
world.
much. I need to start making more stuff like that. I'm trying to get back into making content because I just got the ick with it. I don't know why, but for just a while. But with my ghost video, I got really weird about it because I think it did, like American black people like that. It was on their algorithm. And so there was like a lot of the N-word on the comments. And I was just like, oh, like you, of course you're allowed to say it, but it's weird that it's all of my comments.
Yeah,
That's, oh.
It's as if like you've orchestrated something.
It was really a lot. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it still felt weird having it on as
So
something
funny.
I'd posted, even though I hadn't said
And
it.
then I love
I
when
don't know what
someone
it is.
shares a video and it's like the dunking the baby thing, and then people are like, no, but this isn't funny because seriously, it's so important that we teach babies like this. And if you think you know a better way of doing it, then you go ahead. But I'm not going to have my kid drown.
People on social media cannot differentiate. They cannot see you outside of 10 seconds.
No.
They cannot understand. And this is why it's so annoying because it's like, you know what's not funny? If I preface a comedy video by being like, hey guys, disclaimer, this isn't actually exactly what I think. I'm just making fun of it because I'm just trying to make content here. I know this and this and this, and I also think it's really important for, you know what? By the time that's done, it's not fucking funny anymore.
76 seconds in.
Exactly. A 4-hour video essay to
No.
explain comedy and what like it's fine. They cannot understand that. And also stuff is funny when you double down on it. Like, of course you don't think it. Like us being like Trump for president now, and you know what, Trump for this now.
Yeah.
Obviously
Obviously not.
Yeah, use your actual brain for that. Like whenever I've been like, oh yeah, just said anything, people are like, well, actually, like the fucking Pillow Princess video.
Oh my God, yeah, that got you a lot of shit.
And like, you know what? I literally had to be like, guys, I was with someone who did not receive for a year. So by definition, I was a pillow princess.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Oh my God. And I was like, guys, this is a podcast clip, which means it's a longer video, which means I'm probably talking about nuance in the rest of that podcast. And they were like, oh, truth be told, if you listen to the podcast, I'm actually being meaner.
Yeah, truth be told, don't get the context. The context makes it way worse.
Yeah, honestly, I was like, fuck, don't listen to the pod, hey, because I'm going in. This is the part I thought was okay to post.
Yeah. This is the
Fucking hell.
safe bit. I thought I was dipping your toes in.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go, oh, that's funny, and then be a bit mad if you listened to the podcast and they were
Nope.
like, this is disgusting. And I was like, oh, God. And I was like, I do realize it's kids that like, I was like, go to an open mic and see like sweaty men in the Newtown Hotel say slurs.
You know what my favorite thing in the world is? My friend Jess Fawkes.
Yes.
she always posts on her close friends rants after an open mic.
Yep.
And she'll be like, shout out to the Surrey Hills Hotel, whatever it is. Shout out to the Surrey Hills Hotel. Fucking worst night of my life. And it'll be like 90 bubbles. And you'll just click through and she'll be like, then this fucking guy gets up who looks like and she just shits on like all these men comics.
Well, I love the most cathartic moment ever for us was realizing we hate the same comic. Because I remember, and it was my favorite Will Gibb moment.
Oh, I'll say his name into the mic. I've said it before.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Put a cover in my mouth for that.
Yeah.
Because that was the most like my favorite Will Gibb moment was you in a green room of comics, and some people would go, I don't like this person, but like some people would go like, oh, but what's that? It's going to get back to that person because I don't know who's friends with that person in here. And so proudly you were like, oh, he's a cunt and I hate him.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, mama. Whoa. I was like, yeah. See, I have been saying, because I've been getting into a little bit of trouble in like the comedy scene, because I'm like, bring back the Biff. You know?
Yeah.
Let's start fighting each other again, because everyone's so like, oh, but like that person's friends with that person and I won't get booked. Oh, you won't get booked on the fucking room downstairs at a bar who gets 20 people.
Big whoop,
Big
clithead.
whoop.
No, like, okay, so to that comedian, I have so much hatred for him, an unbridled amount.
Yep.
And, don't get me started on his proposal video. Did you see it?
Yeah.
It was humiliating.
It was bad.
And it went for like 4 minutes too long.
It was bad.
And I was like, I've only ever seen you two fight.
And like he is gross around women and then thinks it's a saving grace to be like, oh, I've got a girlfriend.
Yeah. No, that makes it worse. Also, the Reese Bros, do you know them?
They are the one person that Lockie and I we never censor the name. We never go, the Reese Bros. We go, the fucking Reese Bros.
I hate the Reese Bros.
And we'll clip it up.
Yeah.
And we'll put that shit out.
So the Reese Bros made this video. I cannot believe it. They made 2 videos that I was borderline shocked at.
I know one of them. I'm sure I know the exact one.
The running races in 2080.
Oh no. Have you seen like the beer goggles one?
Oh my God. The beer goggles one. No, it gets worse. Have you seen running races in 2080?
No.
He's dressed as like a trans woman.
I did see this.
So anyway, that one shocked me. And then there was the one where it was like when they say they've got a boyfriend, and the whole premise of the video was this like these hot girls, and he like pulls a chair out for her, and she's like, oh, thank you so much. She's like, no worries, love. And she's like, my boyfriend will be here soon. And then he like yanks her and she just falls to the floor. And then he like walks off. And then like she's like, oh, thank you like for helping me with this vase. My boyfriend really loves it. And then he grabs it and smashes it in front of her. And it's like, oh, okay, because she can't offer anything sexual.
Yes.
She's valueless.
And she tricked you.
And then someone was like, wow, transphobia in 2024, how funny. And he goes, yep, we're also cyclist phobic, this phobic, that phobic, this phobic. And I'm like, it seems like you're every phobic other than disgusting straight man phobic.
You're embarrassment phobic.
Yeah, that seems to be the one thing that you're not phobic, because I love it when people are like, well, you make fun of everyone, but you've not made a single video making fun of yourself. Where is it then?
You better fucking talk about it. You better work.
Where's the joke where you make fun of yourself?
Not once. Hey, not once. We make fun of every minority equally.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
That's, I don't know. I just
make fun of billionaires, by the way.
Make fun of Punch Up.
Punch Up. They can't.
Anyway, so they wanted to fight me. Apparently, a fan of ours at the live podcast show that we did came up to me and was like, apparently the Reese Bros said they want to fight Will at the next boxing event. And then Pat Clifton, who is an ally, but the most like straight boy ally you could think of. And in his straight boy ally way, he goes, tell them then that they can fucking fight me, cunt. Both of them at fucking once. And then he got on the pod angry and he was like, to the fucking race, bros. I'll fucking box the two of you cunts at once. You want to fucking pick on Will? Fucking pick on me, cunt.
See, I love that
Isn't
so,
that so funny?
much. Like, I love that. Firstly, that's exactly what you want in a friend and a straight man.
Oh, I'm just like, thank you for being my safety blanket.
Oh my God, it's so cute when they do that because you're like, that's real. Saying like, oh, like, I'm all right with gay people. Yeah, what? Like, okay,
Well,
you're not
yeah.
getting mad. Saying like, square up, so sick. One of my favorite moments in the comedy scene, I don't know if you have heard about this. Okay, and like, it's very split opinions on this. So there's this Sydney comic, and I think it was at, I can just say it. His name's Elliot McLaren. And it was at like Magic Mike or something like that, one of Skinner's rooms, and Steph Broadbridge is up on stage, and she's like trying to do her set, and then there's a really drunk hecklers, and one of them gets up and walks to the stage and tries to grab the mic off her. Right. Like, scary, but like Steph can hold her own. Steph can, like, she's such a good comic. Like,
Steph does 9 gigs a day.
9 gigs a day. She's so funny. I always laugh at her. Like, she'll crush, absolutely demolish, and she'll be like, I have to go bomb it like somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll do another gig until I bomb just to level it out. I'm like, Steph, take the win.
No.
Except that you're a great comic. Anyway, yeah, so this person comes up. He's like a big dude and he like brings it off. Elliot McLaren is, I feel like you'd love him. Gay, ex-meth addict, Kiwi, like, guy. And he is like very like, yeah, he's gay. Like he'll see, but like in the way that like you would not know sort of unless he said it. Because he looks like,
Is he bald?
he's like shaved head.
Okay, yeah.
I'll show you him. But like, he'll be like, if someone's on stage, he'll be like a little Twinkie boy too. He'll be like, oi, what's their pronouns? And I'm like, fuck, I love you. Anyway, but he's also like, he'll throw down. So this guy, he's on stage for 1 second, this drunk dude. And all you see in the video is Elliot McLaren walk in, yank this guy by the back of the collar, and the guy just goes flying. He just goes like, whoo, from the back there, and then you just see him like taken
There's a
down to the
video of
floor.
it.
There's a video. I'll show you. It's my favorite video. I could fall asleep to it. It's my
Show
favorite
me.
movie. It's my favorite movie. It is
Oh,
so.
you've got your
Oh, my
phone's
phone's there. I'll show you afterwards. It is so good. And some people were like, oh, like it like exacerbated the situation. It made the situation bigger. And I do get that, and people are allowed to have that opinion. But I was like, what do you mean? I want World Star at the gigs.
So I would have yanked him down and then cracked a glass over his head.
Well, yes, that's what I'm saying. See, I've been getting in trouble for, and I'm telling these stories, and I've said this probably like 2 podcasts now, but I have to tell you, like, every time I was telling one of my friends, like, okay, and I'm not usually like this. I'm not, a fight. I'm not someone who arcs up. And then I go, but this time, and it was like the 5th story that my friend goes, it sounds like you are always.
Yeah,
Like,
it
'cause
sounds
every
like you are
story
an
you tell,
arc-upper.
you are held back and you're yelling at someone over a bar. And I'm like, yeah, but like, it's always like the fucking misogynists that like book the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will have a little bit of a word with them because they're not allowed to
Sorry.
do what they do. Sorry. Yeah, get in line. But it's like, yeah, bring that back. Let's start
I
fighting.
need it back.
I want someone Will Smith slapped. Like
Dude,
Chris Rock
that
slapped.
would make me so happy.
I
Like
think it'd be
something
so funny.
wild like that.
But you know what? People are pussies and they call the cops and shit. Stop.
Fuck off, prick.
I hate that.
Yeah.
See, what I didn't know, because my family's a bit, ooh. I didn't know it was illegal to like fight someone with your hands until I was like 15. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's like, you can go to jail for that, Edan. And I was like, but what if they deserve it?
They're like, no.
Like if you like attack someone, I think that's different. You can't like order someone to like get hit. But like, I won't say any names, obviously. But like, there was some guy. Like, this is how my family functions. There were some guys, or not members of my family function. There were some guys, like teenage boys, and my niece was a teenage girl at the time, and they like at a party like cornered her and took her keys, and like as a joke. But she was like terrified. And they started like groping her and shit. Like, really scary. She called me in the middle of the night, like crying and just
my
being like, I don't
God.
know who else to, like, very straight boys at parties. Like, everyone's
Yeah.
got a horror story. Within like 2 days, my family didn't communicate with each other who was going to do it. So accidentally, these boys got pulled out of their car and bashed 3 times.
Really?
They just couldn't get in the car without it happening because we went, oh, I thought you were.
I thought you were doing
Oh, we
it.
already did it.
No
so it
way.
happened to them 3 times. Just pulled out.
But at least they're learning.
Well, it's like you obviously don't care about girls. So you're obviously actually not going to, like, you're not going to be scared of this could actually affect a girl forever. You're not going to learn that, obviously. You're old enough that you're not going to develop empathy. So you're going to learn to be scared.
Wow.
You're going to, fortunately, the next best thing we can do is every time you want to do that, you're going to associate it with getting your shit rocked.
Dude.
Sorry. That's how it has to be. Yeah, don't like, I don't know. I love it.
You don't fuck with cunts. Expect consequence.
Absolutely. And like, I think people go like, I think people think it's way too far away. Sometimes when you act a fool, someone's going to hit you. You can tell who's never been.
You can tell who's never had to experience a rocking.
A blow to the face, to the cranium. You can tell you can tell who's talking absolute shit, and you go like, you don't realize people can just hit you if they don't like what you say.
You can get pushed to the ground.
And I wanted to ask about speaking of getting pushed and falling. I had a sort of would you rather question because I was thinking about it the other day. Stairs. Would you rather not be able to use the stairs? I mean, everyone else can, and you get to that staircase and you go, I can't.
You can't?
Sorry, I can't do this. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have to get carried.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to get one of those. Or you can use stairs, but every single time you fall. You take a tumble. Badly. Head over head first. Ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
I would probably keep that option open. So I would say I would do this, but I might just never use them. And if it's a real emergency, I'll just tumble down them.
Because you don't want to be stuck and the house is on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
You can still get a...
No, I think I'd just be like, I'm tumbling down
But
every
even
set of
then,
stairs.
even if you try to use that, you're coming off.
I'm falling off.
Even if you were to try and slide down on your back,
You still flip forward.
you still fall.
There's a force that pushes
Something
you.
happens. Yeah.
I think I'd still choose that.
Me too.
I think I'd have to because just the fact that the other option is never again. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah. If the other option is never again, I can't do that.
I'm scared that I've upset wheelchair people now, but
No.
that's not their predicament.
No.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. To even the playing field, no elevator. It applies to elevators. You can't use them, or every time you're in an elevator, you get stuck in the door.
Can't use them.
It closes.
I'd go upstairs. Think how fit I'd get.
Okay. All right.
I'd just not use them.
I'm so scared about getting stuck in the doors. I know it doesn't happen.
I'm so scared of getting stuck.
When it goes, you get a sleeve, and it's like...
I get like weird intrusive thoughts where I'm like, dangle your phone over the corner and just play with it. You know what I mean? Like that's my intrusive thought.
Do you get that in heights?
Yeah.
Where you like throw something?
Yeah. They'll break. Do you reckon, how about this, for $1 billion,
Yeah.
would you throw a brick off the Empire State Building and you have to live with whatever the consequence could be? So there's a chance that it breaks a car. Oh, well, fuck it, whatever. But there's also a chance, it hits someone on the head and it crushes them immediately.
I don't know if I want to be a billionaire.
Real. You don't want to be a billionaire?
No, I always say with like money, and this sounds like I'm being like such a stupid like pick me person, but I just want enough to fund whatever creative thing I personally want to do. I want enough to go to the craft store, to go to the party store and not think.
Okay, well then how about this? That amount of money.
Yes. I don't care who dies.
No, but if they die, then you live with the consequence of like potential jail.
And I'll make a movie about that with my money.
While you're in there.
Yeah. And I'll make a tribute.
That's real.
Tribute art, performance art piece.
Oh my God, you would so make like the craziest art gallery type place.
Did you ever do any like offensive like performances that you look back and go,
Yep.
oh.
A creative writing teacher came into our school once and she left crying after what we wrote.
What'd you write about?
I can remember the exact line.
What?
The line was, abuses me with something made for tennis, whispers in my ear, call me Dennis. Yeah, I remember that line so vividly. And she was like, okay, I need to stop. I can't believe you would write that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I made a
God.
creative writing person cry.
Yeah. Dennis, because that just rhymed. You
It
wrote
rhymed.
the most awful, harrowing line of all time and then went, what rhymes with tennis?
Yeah.
Oh, Dennis.
Dennis.
All right, Dennis. And then you put that thing
So,
on Rhyme Zone.
I'm not proud of it, but it happened. Basically.
That did happen. Is there anything you could get cancelled for? I think about it a lot.
Maybe. I'm sure there is.
I'm done for. No, I've never done blackface. I've never,
Yeah.
it's never that. But it's like, I think there's some people that could say some crazy things. People I went to uni with, or high school. I definitely was like a bitch when it came to creative stuff. In uni, if I ever had the role of
Leader,
director of anything, the way I was Abby Lee Miller.
Oh, yeah. I'm the same.
I was awful. I'd be like, notice how you did that line and it was excruciating for everyone.
Yeah.
Could we not do that?
That's how I would teach, all the boys when I would teach drama at my art school. And I'd be like, all right, guys, so, yeah, that's really bad.
Yep.
That's embarrassing. It was like that level.
Yeah. The thing that I hate about, high school drama is they just don't know what's overdone. So you just see things that you're like, oh, you don't understand. You're a meme.
You're embarrassing yourself.
You're,
and you're
such a
embarrassing
joke.
me and you're wasting my time.
And you don't understand how much of a cliche this is. That pisses me off. I'm like, oh, guys, ask me if something's been done.
Yeah, ask me, and then I'm going to tell you not to talk to me and sort yourself out, you fuckwits.
Yeah. Have I ever told you what I did in high school drama, in year 12 at St. Cath's? I got put in a bad group. I've told you this.
And you kicked up a storm.
Yeah, and everyone's groups got changed. And my teacher was like, you better get the on-stage nomination then.
And did you?
Yep. Yep. Because I said to everyone, we will get that, otherwise I'll be embarrassed. And I made everyone rehearse every lunchtime.
Oh, that's so you. But fuck it. Good.
And yeah, because I wasn't at school to do anything else. Fuck that.
This might be the worst way to end a pod, but I really need to take a shit.
No,
is
it's
there
good.
a special way that you end the podcast?
Not at all. Like this.